Okay, I think we're good. Gonna grab some horses for everybody, and I shall return. Okay. Well, beautiful day today. So the horses get to play. Looks like there's a few people here. Hello, Maureen and Ron. And Pop. Hello, Pop. Hello, Crystal. I'm a G-Ma. And Galen. Watching and multitasking. Yeah, it's a really nice day. We're kind of lucky. Tomorrow's supposed to rain quite a bit, so today's our sunny day. Might rain later on, supposedly, but I don't know. The weather's just nice. So, the horses are good. Everybody's good. Nothing really to report. The usual's going on. Girls are in a little bit of heat. Luke's busy. You know, he's got 3. So, we'll see what happens today for some horsey play. I think there'll be a bunch of co-grooming going on for sure. I think Luke's going to be busy with his level 10 horse massager license certification. Brenda's here. Hello, Brenda. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous day. So I've been pretty busy doing bits and pieces, catching up on things need to be done. Some yard maintenance, a little bit of horse training. You know, the usual. The usual. See, look at Luke's busy already. Just grooming away. Very busy. So, shall zoom out a bit. You guys can watch a little. I'm going to do a little bit of puttering. A few things to do, and we'll see if these guys come cruise around a little bit or not. I imagine they will. I'm thinking of putting Peggy in. Oh, Gracie's going down for a roll. And I'm just going to give her a hard time. And her bite her on the tail. She says, no way, it's Arabian. Just stands there nicely. It's good. Get along. Okay, well, we'll give Lena a little bit to go here. I think I'll grab Peggy, and then I'm gonna probably bring Roni in. We're gonna leave the 2 geriatrics at the back out. All right, let's see what I can do here. I shall return. What a day. What a day. Zuma, you definitely cannot be a mod. Sorry about the arthritis. A lot of horses have arthritis. Horses are busy. So, you guys are wondering who's calling out. It's Roni. I took Piggy out, and so he's calling out. It's totally normal. Horses will regularly call out. Start up a live stream, and the neighbors got to come out with their machines. Clearing the area for some more stuff that they're up to. I don't know if you guys will really be able to hear it. I had some really great people actually make some comments on how they weren't too concerned about the sound. I guess I get more affected by it than you guys. Although I have heard some people say that the noise sort of bugs them. But anyways, so we're going to watch the horses play a little bit here. Great. Oh, Peggy's busy. Peggy's busy. She's got to get up and dance. All right, Brenda says, no big deal. You're loud and clear. Yeah, that's good. That's good. If I'm right next to the phone, it should be all right. They don't usually go for too long. I guess they're just cleaning up a couple areas again, which is what it is. Tried to move this so I could, maybe something like that. Hard to see the screen. It's awfully bright out today, so if I miss something, please feel free to repeat it. Maureen says your voice is always louder than the other sounds. No problem. Nice to see how calm the horses are with all the noise. I agree. Yeah, the horses have been doing pretty darn good. And right, like that. Yeah, Haley's got a request, so I'm just doing this request. Where was I? Yeah, I mean, oh, okay, hang on. Just trying to, I don't want you guys to be too far away. I know when I watch, we were actually over at dinner time, because I still had the bird cam. Oh, I don't know if how many people saw the bird camera. But yesterday's bird camera thing was literally just, it was kind of a half test. And this is waiting for the water. Hey, Carla. And it was kind of a half test to see if it would work. Connect up the phone and just connect up the power, and then see if it just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, and it did. And the cool thing was to be able to, you know, watch a couple of birds take care of their nest, and I'm sure they've got some eggs in there. And so I'm going to try to keep an eye on things, and I'll put that bird camera back up again. I know there was a couple of people that sort of, or at least one for sure, sort of commented the birds are nice, but they're here for the horses, and I appreciate that. I do. This is all horses around here for sure. So I might, you know, have that as you know, one of those side projects. It is. It's just a side project. But I really enjoy nature, and so part of this channel is definitely going to be, you know, stuff I want to do, and it's going to be nature. And that's the way it goes. I hope everybody else enjoys it as well. Horses are going over to be fed. Yeah. Well, Rue's gone out of frame. Okay, what else we got in comments here? Andrew says, saw the bird. Yeah, there's two birds. And they take turns taking care of the eggs, it seems. Taking care of the nest. So I find it fascinating. I really like it. So. Oh, Gracie got kicked out. Jane's here. Hello, Jane. Who else have we got here? Her is here. Thank you for the latest live stream. This has become my sanctuary. This is my sanctuary too. You know, so I like to share it, and I hope that it's, as you say, a sanctuary for other people as well. Back in the beginning of comments, Maureen said, I'm always amazed that horses don't hurt themselves when they just flop down and roll. Sometimes they do. Some horses can, it's reasonably common, they can scratch their pasterns and hocks. As for their body, though, I don't think I've ever really seen a horse get, I mean, some of them might come up and their one of their legs might be sore. Maybe they flop down kind of funny or something, or when they get up, they sort of have to stretch a little. So that happens. Rebecca's here. Hello. Carla says, I want to hug Gracie and Lena. We did that today. We were working on them we were working on them in the back arena, back here, and then in the area behind that, it's new, so we wanted them to be able to go back. So as you got, whoever's new here, I don't know if you're new here or you haven't seen, but this back area over here has been grown out. This area over here has been fenced in and grown out. And then there's this area over here behind Luke's paddock, in between the girls, well, currently the girls in the forest, and Luke currently here. There's this fenced off area. So as you guys have, if you've ever seen any of the training videos that I do in the back arena here, not here, and the horses don't tend to want to go to the back of the arena, the back of the back arena. And so with that fenced off area back there, we were able to have them go eat a bunch of grass, and then we fed them a bunch of grass and essentially did what's kind of referred to as positive reinforcement, or it's not really treat training because it's grass, but it's a treat, so I'd sort of say it's kind of treat training. And it was very effective. You know, it was it's usually very effective, that kind of thing. So you want to associate a place like that with some positivity as well, and all that kind of stuff. All right, what do we got? Ah, Maureen, thank you very much for the birds or whatever. Okay. Geez, Maureen, that's really kind of you. Thank you. I will definitely apply to birds or whatever. Yep. Horses are being fed. Everybody's getting some pieces of grass. Little pink things that are running around with grass in their hands. Look at these guys. Gimme. There's Rue. So yeah, so they're out for a little exercise now. Give them some good exercise. So after that was Penny says hello. Hello, Penny. Just gonna zoom this out. I'm trying to frame this up so that it's actually, because as I was originally saying, we were checking out the bird camera from the TV in the evening, and it was such a nice clear picture because it's close up. And I know some people have commented on how on their phone it's a lot harder to see, but on TV it's fantastic. It's really, really good. So it's got to, if you want to see the screen, you got to come over. But if you point it up at the sky so you can see it, then people can't see the horses, right? Just drag Rue over that way then. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay. Anyway, so the positive reinforcement that's going on back here, and we did it with Gracie and Lena, chucked them out in the back, let them eat the grass. And it was really, the reason I know that it was so effective is that when they were kind of left to do whatever they wanted, they no longer tried to stay up at the front gate and stuff like that. Try to get out, they kind of roamed around all over. Where do you want to go? The rocks? Okay, we're gonna move a little bit ahead. I'm gonna actually stick to one side. I've been wondering if I should experiment a little bit with placement of the camera. So bear with me while I try some stuff out. Okay, what do we got? Let's see. Anyway, so it went well. I'm hoping more and more being in that back arena, especially with summertime coming. Spring and fall are fine. Some of summer is okay, some of winter is okay, but when it gets snowy, you got to be in there. When it gets super hot, you got to be in there. And Penny says, Zuma, what's a mod? A mod is a moderator. There's only one person who's a moderator right now. And a moderator is somebody who can remove comments, um, and remove people if they become a pest in here. So only super trusted and people who actually want to be on that job. It's not the funnest job. It's not something you'd probably many people would want to do, but some people want to help out. Being a moderator really helps me, because then I don't have to watch the chat all the time. Yeah, David's a mod. That's right. David offered to be a moderator, and of course I trust him explicitly. So, anyways, yes. So, in the end, being in that back arena, they would wander back and forth, and they would go back out into the back. They would go out the back gate to get into the back, which to me just showed really good progress in that positive reinforcement sort of technique. Yes, she was, Carrie. She had to go pee. Let's see. Okay, Zuma, if you ask anymore to be a mod, I'm going to use my mod powers and mute you. All right, you're probably a kid, so you got to behave. All right, so what's up next? Let's see. DD David's here. This is like entering into a wonderful alternate universe. Calm, peaceful, and lovely. It is. It's wonderful here. I really love it. And again, I say it all the time, but I just love to be able to share it and have everybody watch the family run around, watch the herd. What do they do? How do they respond to each other? Look at Gracie. She's going to go chase down Rooster. Roo, you don't come over here. He's a kind horse. He's just a nice guy. Carla says, I love it. Gonna come visit someday. Sounds good, Carla. Look forward to it. Let's see. Penny said she's watching the news. Rather be here. Yeah, me too. I'm tired of the news. DD David says, I was watching a video on an Indian reservation in British Columbia. They have wild horses, many of which are tamed and used. Yeah, we call them First Nations around here. But it's kind of the same deal. It's kind of the same thing that everybody's, First Nations or Aboriginals or Native Americans. There's just been new definitions for people who have been here for such a long time. So whatever it is, doesn't matter to me. Don't worry, I'm not offended. Hopefully nobody else is either. No offense ever intended whatsoever. I am the absolute opposite of being racist, and I think one of the defining moments in my life that really, really turned me off of thinking about race too much was when I was treated with racist behavior. And I can assure you, it is a very frustrating, sad, a little bit angering, and feel a very huge feeling of unfairness to be judged based on color your skin is, what country you're from. It's hard. Anyhow, they have a lot of wild horses. Yes, we do have a lot of wild horses here on the we call them ceded lands now as well. These places, the areas that, there is a dark past here in Canada. I understand there is in the States, where it's dark in Canada. I can speak for Canada for sure, but a lot of kids were separated off from their families. A lot of really bad things happened for a while, and lands were just plain taken, and then now they've given some back, and they're called ceded lands. And on these ceded lands there are plenty of horses, And they are. Somebody said there's a difference between wild and what's the other word? Not wild, but you know, not tame anymore. And so that's what they kind of are. And then they get captured, and then they get captured, and so some of them get given up. There's actually a whole rescue not that far from here, maybe 4 hours away from here, and they have a pile of horses there to be rescued. So it's definitely been something that I've been really, really pondering on what to do. Of course, it costs money to take care of horses, and you know, other than that, it's sweat equity, right? It's my time. So I've been really keen to do something like that. I've just been sort of pacing myself on how many things I can do at the same time. But yeah, they do tame them, they do work on them. So, do I know if they're Mustangs? I do not believe they're Mustangs. No, I believe they're a mix: quarter horses, Tennessee Walkers. There's a pile of different. I mean, Mustangs are kind of a pile of different ones, but. Thanks, Carla. Yes, a few stars in front help me. Terry said, not again. You are way, far, far too kind. Again, if you're ever out here for a barbecue, you're getting a treat. I tell you that. Come on out and sit down and spend all the time you want here. Thank you, Teresa. Luke looks small next to Nanner. He does. He looks like a mini Nanner. You know, she looks normal, and then he looks like a pony of some sorts. Look at these two. Ah, come on. There we go. Something like that. When it's played out, the camera doesn't get too shabby for quality, but when it gets darker, it gets a lot worse. So bring that in a bit. Horses are pretty quiet. Oh, look. We've got Piggy and Lena. So I do have a couple of things to announce soon. I can't tell you yet, but it's very close. It's very close. What the? She just picked that thing up and chucked it. Let's see if she does it again. It's a busy horse. Speaking of being a busy horse, she's coming along quite nicely with all training. Riding, as you guys saw, if you saw in the video, where did I do that video? A few days back or so, riding her, and calm as a cucumber. I had a great question though. I thought I'll probably cover it in a proper video, but I can talk about it here, why not? Things to talk about. And Luke gets drawn off. Now Gracie's on her own. And Rue's over there. He's right behind Lena. Can't barely see him. Look at this. Piggy doesn't get pushed around much, that's for sure. Lena's giving a butt hug. Oh, here comes Gracie. She's moving. Anyway, so somebody asked me, and it was a good question. I'll wait for this motorcycle to go by. Oh, there's some movement. Yeah, everybody's got to go. Nanner says move it. Oh, Lena's telling Rue where to go. This is one cow at a time, thanks. Here they come. Okay, so question to me was, I can't remember what she said. Hang on a second, let me just, whoa. Poor Gracie. Peggy says, get out of here. Question was, when you're riding, you don't canter. I don't see you cantering. She says, are you afraid to ride fast? And I thought, geez, you haven't seen many of my trail riding videos then, which I haven't done in a while, but trail riding is great fun. Lots of walking, trotting, and lots of cantering, especially uphill. I mean, we just tend to fly. But a lot of the videos that I put up where I'm riding, I'm usually training. And I'm not training for speed because, hang on a second. That looks fantastic. Look. There they go. Rue's busy. He's getting chased around by Luke. It's exercise time. He's changed from massage to exerciser. Says I can't go near Gracie. She's a ninja. She'll kick for sure. Off he goes, get a drink of water or something. And so it's a good question. Yeah, those things are rotten. You should just get a piece of twine. Just grab some blue twine.
It's been driving me nuts.
Yeah, it drives me nuts too. If you fix it, it'd be great.
Yeah, it keeps falling. Whenever I can't come up with another idea, it just falls. Wait, I forgot a good idea. Can you find a one piece of grass in that thing?
No, that's a terrible idea. Fix some twine. Grass is not gonna work. Anyhow, so the question was good because it's an interesting. Rue's got to make some space here. He still draws in though. He doesn't go. Draws in, sticks around a bit. I like this angle, by the way. I like this angle. I think I'm happier over here with the video camera. Video camera. Anyhow, so a lot of the work I do for riding is slower. Oh, you get him, you punch him. Punch him in the nose. Poor Luke. Get her, buddy. Let her know who's the boss. Yeah, right. So the question was good because a lot of the work I do is to have horses be super accurate. And it's hard to get a horse accurate at a faster speed, so you start slower. And, uh-oh. Nanner's gone poop. I'll be right back.
Daddy, I did it with a piece of grass. Mancha! I fixed it with a piece of grass.
Okay. I like myself a tidy arena. And when somebody goes poop, Zeus, or not Zeus, Luke goes over and squishes it into the ground and makes a humongous mess. Sometimes Lena does that. And sometimes Ro does it too. So, only takes a second to go clean up. Okay, so back to the idea of cantering and not cantering. And a lot of the work that I do isn't for barrel racers or hunter jumpers or eventers or endurance riders or rodeo, whatever, anything that goes fast. I'm not doing work for those types of people. They don't come to me to work with their horse. They already know how to work with their horse. Well, most of the work that I'm doing are for people who are worried or even straight out afraid. And when they go to ride, they don't feel like they're in control. And a lot of times, and I mean a lot of times, uh, this stuff doesn't really get solved because there's way too much emphasis, in my opinion, there's way too much emphasis on walk, trot, canter instead of walk with utter control, trot with utter control, and then canter with total control, and each gait change. Luke almost got cow kicked. Luke, bite her in the tail, buddy. He says, forget it. This is a Percheron. You kidding me? So a lot of the stuff that I'm doing has nothing to do with sort of speed, but absolutely to do with gait changes, which could mean from stop to go to stop, and then changing direction and using your body and really staying off of the horse's face. Plenty of that. Lots and lots of that. So cantering rarely comes into play in the arena until much further on. I remember talking to Ross Jacobs one time, and he literally said he would spend months on a horse at a walk until he felt he got things so accurate there was just nothing to think about. And then you get to move up and you work on that gait change. You work on the walk to trot, trot to walk, walk to trot, trot to walk, back down to a walk, back down to a stop, back up. All those things mean that when you do get out of sorts, when you do get going fast, because anything with speed, the faster you go, the harder it is to control. That's a guarantee. So if you have a trouble with a trot, get back down to a walk and get that so accurate, you literally just think it, they do it. And so I spend a lot of my time being quiet. And cantering can be kind of noisy. I've seen a lot of people running around at a canter and their horses flinging their head and they're hoppy skippy, and it doesn't look clean. And you think, well, why not go back down to a trot? Get that really, really good. Move up. So that's why. Wait, when I'm out on Luke, for example, or Lena, out on trails and stuff like that, we book it. And it is fun. There was one time I tried to get video of it, but I just did not have the hands for it, which is why I'm glad I have my new camera that I've been using lately for that archery one and stuff. And I gotta admit, that is all thanks to Patreon. I'm so thankful that I've been able to put that together and put up enough material that people have been quite kind to join up and help make this place and the videos that I can offer just better, higher quality, different scenarios, things where I can do things. Frog? Yeah. There's lots of frogs, eh? Yeah, that's a noisy one. And the machine stopped, so that's good. So there's this one time when we were anyways, that's so now that I have this a new camera that I can really rely on for stability, positioning, capture the things that I want to with the sound that I want to, so that it doesn't appear uncomfortable to the viewer. That is definitely going to happen. But then, of course, this COVID-19 thing came along, and we're sort of stuck not really being able to get out to these places. So, oh well. Anyhow, but there was one time Luke and I were going up this hill, and it had to have been at least 30 degrees. Yeah, it was steep for us, and it just flew, just churning up turf. Let's put it that way. It was a lot of fun. So, let's see. Carla says, has Gracie had any of her ninja action during riding training? That's another thing, Carla. It's a great question. It goes in line with when people say, well, you're always just kind of going slow and stuff like that. Hang on. What are you doing? Ow. Tie it to the post, you silly. What do you do that for? Well, why did you tie it up so that it's bent? Okay.
So I can get by.
Yeah. Anyhow, so another thing is the slower you go, the less you get the horse concerned. And I definitely have observed plenty of people riding around on horses, even at a walk, and their horse's head is really high. And I've heard so many opinions about Arabians. I had somebody come along not too long ago, maybe a week ago, and they were adamant. They knew exactly how Gracie was going to act and how she is. And it wasn't anything good. Maybe sort of, but mostly not positive. Nanner's down. She's got to have a sleep. 10th nap of the day. um, and I said, oh, Gracie's down. Wow. And so they're riding around, the horse's head high, even at a walk. I get to a trot and it's even worse. You just think no. And so Carla, combining both sort of questions or statements, yeah, both questions and statements I have around them, is when I ride a horse, I want them to be, I want them to look exactly what they look like right now. Like that. Like that. There is no reason, Arabian or not, that they should have their head up and high alert. None at all. If, in my opinion, just my opinion, I think when I ride, I want my horse to look like these two right here. Calm, quiet, floppy ears, all that kind of good stuff. And so Carla, back to your question. Gracie has shown nothing. And I mean, Rue, what'd you do that for? He's in big trouble. I gotta go over there. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off, maybe. It's pointed at the sky. And I've seen nothing under saddle. You guys saw the one time when I put the saddle on her that she bucked for about 3 seconds. That is the most she has shown me under saddle. So whenever somebody says to me, well, how come you're not canter? I say, why should I canter? Why do I need to canter? I'm still working on making sure my horse never feels like it needs to raise its head. Never feels like it has to be on high alert. Never feels like it has to do anything other than just work together. And in my opinion, I think that's the best way to go. Because when we do go up to trot, and we do go up to a canter, the horse will be fully prepared for things that I'm going to ask. 100%. And I will be less worried. I will be less nervous. So anyway, so answering both things, it's a great question, Carla. But no, I think that in a way it sort of makes training boring to watch, because you look at it and you think, well, that horse is just a good horse. So happy horses. Let's see. Diane's here. Hello, Diane. She says, is really okay. I haven't seen her lately. She's right there. She's okay. But her and Skip are both slower movers. So I have made the decision that they would not be forced to move around by the youngsters in here, especially Nanner. She's kind of pushy. So they go out separate. But she's all right. She could use a good brushings. She could use a groomings. That's about it. Did her feet. They look good. Brenda says, does rolling help their digestive system? I don't believe so. But if they have a bad digestive system, it will be painful. Acid sloshing around. Gotta have food. Missy's here. Hello, Missy. Penny says, COVID-19 sure has shown me how much you work with riders and riding. BC. Basket case. You can call her Gracie now, Penny. The amount of work you have done on the property is astounding. Thanks, Penny. Absolutely. There is a heck of a lot of work. Did Peggy just kick the ball? That's cool. Peggy, get it again. I think Peggy just kicked the ball. Let's see. Bonnie, hello, Bonnie, says, hi. Do you ever use a Fitbit to figure out how much you walk in a day? I think I'd break it. I don't. I got a particular amount of budget to go to a particular amount of things, and
There should be a Fitbit for horses.
Fitbit for horses. They make those things. Yeah, they make them. I don't have a Fitbit, but I have thought about it. I thought, I wonder how many steps I walk. It's quite interesting. So, yeah. I haven't done anything. I'm thinking about it. I walk a lot. I mean, yeah, an awful lot. It's a good question. Carla says, that's awesome. She has such energy. I wondered if she would get playful with it. Well, playful is great, but not when she's in what I call school or in lesson time kind of thing. Here come the fire department. Must be an accident or a fire. We'll let them go by. Oh, that's close. Oh, they're still going. Still going. Whew. Still traveling. They're going a little ways. So yeah, playful is great. Playful is great when we're asking for playful for sure. But when I need her to just stay chill and calm and with me and look to me for reassurance. So that's why we're always practicing reassuring our horses, because we're going to need it. You're definitely going to need it one day. You got to be able to just say, chill out. Whoa, there we go. I just wanted to, everybody's kind of together, so I figured I'd zoom in a bit. Let's see. Bonnie says, Luke came over to protect Gracie. She's on the ground. You think so? I don't know. He's kind of over near Nanner. Yeah. Ohana. I call her Nanner now. I don't even think of the name Ohana anymore. It picks up twice the steps when you're riding a horse with your Fitbit on. Really? Missy, that is interesting. I would definitely check that out. That makes, when you're riding, yeah, well, you got 4 legs. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It expects you to have 2. So when you're riding, you do double time. Woo, that would be good. I made an app a while ago. I don't think it's still on the store. But it was called Stable. And it tracked everything. I did all kinds of stuff because I used to make apps for a living. I used to be a programmer. And so I decided to combine my horse activities with my programming abilities, and I made an app. Oh yeah, it's called Stable, yeah. And it was only on the Android store, but it would track your rides, where you went, GPS wise. So it would track them, the time. It would track which horse, so you could put in multiple horses and then pick which horse you're going on a ride with. So you'd be able to track how much you rode each horse for its lifetime. And then also tracked vet visits, farrier visits, all that kind of stuff. So medical things. You could take pictures. Yeah, it was really, really cool app. I just lost time. So Missy says it's hilarious. It is hilarious. It's neat, but it makes sense, right? Because there's 4 legs on the horse. John says, can you give a shout out to my wife? She's been watching for a while and loves your horses and stable. Her name is Kitty. Well, Kitty, thanks for watching and enjoying the horses here. That's great. So thanks to your husband for asking for a shout out. Hugs for that guy. Yeah, that's really cool. I appreciate everybody loving the horses here. We get a few comments here and there, emails come through just now, right? How's Ruli? I love it when people have concern for the horses and they wonder if they're okay or if they see something. Is everything all right? Look at Gracie. Just, I don't know if I can zoom in enough. I want to, but I don't know if it will. Yeah, it's as far as it zooms. Her nose is, or her mouth is just on the ground there. Just, she's out. A few bugs, a few flies here and there. Comes another fire truck. Must be a bad one, whatever it is. I'll let them go by. The neighbor's dog goes crazy. Just howls and howls and howls. Look at that, Penny and Carla. You guys are the best. Everybody says hello to Kitty. Penny says hi, Kitty, and Carla says hi, Kitty. Welcome to the channel, all in caps. I don't want to shout it out, but Carla's yelling. Let's put it that way. See, they're not very far away. That truck turned off its sirens maybe a couple blocks up the road. What's going on? I don't see any smoke in the air. Oh. That barrel has really made it over to Gracie there. She's bumping her nose on it. Zeus is barking. Yeah, it's got to be an accident or something. That motorcycle is making some pretty serious noise. He's probably slowing down for some reason. Okay, you guys just, sorry, talk amongst yourself briefly. I am going to go take a look. Just to see. Looks like an accident. No. Well, it looks like there was an accident about 3 blocks up the road. Police are there and stuff like that. So I don't see an ambulance, but everybody's pretty chill. Got an airplane going overhead, everybody. Another airplane. Gorgeous day for it, though. I mean, for flying. Look at this. Look at this place. It is beautiful today. Just a fantastic day. Just a great day. Carla says, what's the temperature? Ooh, I don't know. Probably about 15 or so Celsius. It's nice. My face is a little burnt, I'm sure of it. Feels like I've been out in the sun a little. Gracie's barrel is her best friend. It was a shout out. Ha, that's funny, Carla. Very good. Cat E. I guess you're kitty. Well, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Everybody here is wonderful. Obviously. A bunch of friendly folk all over the place. So. Great to have you. Whoa, hang on. I'm just trying to zoom in a bit here so we don't have to be so far away. Something like that. Try to fit everybody in. So yeah, Carla, it's pretty nice here. It's really nice. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little rainy, a little windy. And yeah. Take advantage of the day, which we have. Lots of stuff getting done. Very productive day today. Super productive. Like I said, I've got a couple of things that I can't not wait. I mean, I am dying. I've been dying to actually tell you guys for a couple of weeks now, but it's just taken me a little bit to prep it. So it's exciting. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Neat stuff. It's not groundbreaking, but it's pretty neat. Rebecca says it is 95 in Vegas. What's in Celsius? Like 20 something? Somebody convert that for this crazy Canadian. Don't do Fahrenheit. I don't know anybody does Fahrenheit other than those Americans. Just kidding. Yeah, I've never done the conversion well. I think I know a few. Obviously, freezing is 32. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I know. Ron says, I love Maple Ridge in the early morning. I love driving by the Ruskin Dam. The dam area is gorgeous. It's true, Ron. Totally true. I did a video. I think I did a video showing the dam area. I did a drone shot. And look at this guy. What's up, Roo? I did a drone shot. Gracie's out. And it's just gorgeous up that way. It's so full of nature. Just totally very beautiful area. So yeah, absolutely, Ron. In the morning when the sun's coming up in the east over there and you head towards Ruskin Dam from the west, the road, you know, Ron, if you're ever in the neighborhood. Yeah, I see that. Gracie died. What are we going to do? Sniff, sniff, you say. Have a cry. Yeah, whenever horses go down like that, we call them dead. It's funny. It's sort of a joke. So it's nice. Actually, I'm really happy. A lot of people do comment. Look at Rue. He's making his way over. He is going to get smacked upside the head. Gracie will not tolerate him standing over her. He thought he had a chance. She's up. It's like, well, so much for that. Look at her ears. 35 degrees. Oh, God. No thanks. Brenda says, what kind of fish you getting? Nothing at the moment that I'm aware of. What are we getting right now? Nothing. I don't know. I don't fish. I fished a long time ago, but I don't hunt for anything anymore. I never hunted, but I call fishing hunting. The traffic out front is a nightmare. People are backed up blocks and blocks and blocks. I didn't hear a crash. Did you hear a crash? No? We didn't hear a crash. It's not a fire. I don't smell anything. It's up by the nursery. Haley doesn't care. 35 would be Marianne's here. Oh, Marianne, sorry, Marianne. 35 would be glorious. No, that's too warm. Too warm. 20 to 25 is the most. I kind of. Peggy's pushing Luke. Says, get off my butt. Gracie's. I don't know if she's moving that barrel closer to her or what. Anyway, so back to. I know I get pretty scattered, but back to the idea that the horses can lie down together and oh, Brenda says for the pond. Oh, what kind of fish will I be getting? Goldfish again. Yeah, we'll probably chuck some goldfish in again. Sorry, that was a good catch there, Carla. Anyways, so when they lie down like this and they can all be together, especially Gracie, I'm really she's doing a barrel. It's too hot and only getting hotter. Yeah, no thanks to 35, man. No way. 35 puts me inside the house. Somewhere cooler. I'm Canadian. I like colder rather than hotter. Anyways, so when they lie down like this, especially Gracie, I'm so happy to see her comfortable enough. I mean, she is probably 5 feet away from Ohana. Luke's in between there. Peggy's thinking about lying down. Lena was thinking about lying down. Luke's just chilling out. He's sort of hassling Peggy a bit. Peggy's, yep, there she goes. She's down. As expected. Literally as expected. And just to be able to say that, I think is fantastic. It is so peaceful. When horses are lying down, it just feels good. If Luke comes in and gives trouble, boy, oh boy, I am going to have to put the camera skyward. Look at him hassling Peggy. What a goof. What a goof. Gracie, get up and kick him. He's going backwards. He's going backwards. He's coming through. Do not tell me he's going to lie down right there. Is he going to lie down right there? There is 4 feet between everybody. That can't happen. What's he going to do? It's going to cause some trouble is what he's going to do. There's probably 2.5 feet. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think Fahrenheit, but I don't think centimeters either. I think inches and feet. There's probably 2.5 feet between Gracie and Peggy, for sure. And he's stuck himself in the middle there. There's probably a barrel's width. You could put a barrel in between those two, and it just barely not touch them. What is he doing? What is crazy talk? I don't know either. Okay. The heron's waiting for the fish. I know, the heron ate all the fish. They were really growing really well. So we're going to get some fish pretty soon here. It's May now, so it's warm enough for sure. The nighttime does not get... Oh, Lena's down. We got 4 down. 4 dead horses. Not quite. 4 horses down. Isn't that great? Yeah, Haley says she's taking over ownership of Gracie and Lena now. The boys are mine.
Yeah.
Ron says just a few cutthroat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you'll drop by one day. Bring some carrots. That's awesome. Horses love carrots. I like carrots. Haley likes carrots. Okay, Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Luke's going down. Amanda says, what's a good way to work with a horse? Let's see if Luke goes down. He's thinking about it. What's a good way to work with a horse that won't let anyone near it? Ah, yes. A horse that doesn't want anybody near it is generally seen, you know, the ouchy side of things. I had the opportunity. I've been helping a few people here and there. One of them's a not-for-profit, and I went to go check. I've checked out 3 different horses in the last week, and each of them have their own quirks. The first 2 I looked at, they're a little bit of trouble to kind of, you know, get too close, but with enough what I would call horsey talk. And what I mean by that it's hard to explain. Amanda, that's a big question. If you look at my Mustang series that I did, if you have the time and the patience and the boredom, maybe to check out my series that I did with a Mustang that was here for a couple of months. The first couple of weeks. I know, Rue's asking for it. He's going to get swished. Rue always approaches the girls when they're lying down because he knows he can't get anywhere near them when they're standing. He's an opportunist.
Gracie's fully dead.
Luke's coming over. Stay away from my lean. Yeah, Gracie's dead. She died again. So the series that I did with the Mustang literally was a horse that wouldn't let anybody near it. Enough so that it had a halter on for a year. A year. I mean, this thing was ragged. It was a rusty, ragged nylon halter. And so I essentially halter trained it. Yeah. Gracie also did not have her halter off, and hers was pretty nasty as well.
And she wasn't trained for 4 years.
She wasn't trained for a while either, that's right. So, but Gracie was approachable, relatively approachable. So you can watch actually the beginning of Gracie's journey as well. That might give you a little insight, but a lot of it is just an incredible amount of patience and an incredible amount of sort of horsey talk. Why is Luke got to be just right on top of Peggy? If he steps on Gracie, he's going to get it. She'll get up and punch him. The boys are up, the girls are down. Well,
I guess girls like running down the
super peaceful. It's so lovely. So a good way to work with a horse that won't let anyone near it is literally to be the... Gracie's dreaming? She dreams a lot. Yeah, she's dreaming. She's moving. She's running. Look at her running. She's running in her dream. She's going places. That's a busy horse. She's cantering. Wake up, Gracie. Wake up. You're going to kick Peggy and she's going to lose it. She is really moving. Can you guys see that? You guys can see that. Oh, she's up. I kicked a barrel. Holy cow. But when working with a horse that won't let you near him, another person to watch I'd recommend is Sean Davies. He works with a lot of Mustangs, and he's got to approach a lot of horses that won't let him near them. So there are a lot of really neat techniques that I feel has founded. Sorry, little conversation. I don't know if you guys trying to whisper. But there's a lot of techniques that I feel like he's founded. I feel like he's put together and tested and tried out, and it works. Things like using a long pole or using a soft rope, things that give you an extension but are not used for fear, not used for drive, but used for draw, which are words that I tend to use quite a bit, so I don't know if that's going to make any sense, but you want to be able to pull them in rather than push them away, and so you want to draw them in. So I find those work really well. I don't know if that's going to really answer your question that well. I hope so. Carla says that the Mustang series isn't boring, it's informative. Well, thanks, Carla. Rex is here. Hey, Rex. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a little while. Great to have you here. Marianne says, it's amazingly good to see a horse laying down and sleeping like that. I agree. And the environment and the herd and everybody around it really exemplifies, in my opinion, what horses should be, in a natural or even controlled environment, how there's peace and some tranquility, but there's still some arguing here. I mean, Gracie's still trying to shuffle around and stuff like that.
I wish she'd go back to sleep so she could dream again.
Yeah. Marianne says, look at Warwick. Absolutely. Warwick's got some really great ideas. He's put out a couple of videos recently that I really like. Some of his videos for a bit there were getting a little dry for me. I was like, yeah, I agree, but it's not for me. It's not keeping my attention. But his concepts are so good, so sound, so solid that Warwick is absolutely somebody I would highly recommend to go check out on how to work with the mind of a horse, which is what you're working with. I can say that explicitly. You are working with the mind of the horse, not the body. The body comes along for the ride. And yeah, Warwick's great. Great suggestion. Thanks for making that. Let's
He's
see.
trying to cut Luke off.
Gracie is trying to cut Luke off. It's not working.
So Luke wants to lay down.
He's thinking about laying down, isn't he? He's like, it's my turn. He's got an itchy tummy, too. Ron says, without intending to be disrespectful, isn't rodeo riding kind of hard on the horse? Rodeo riding is incredibly hard on horses. Most rodeo horses have shorter life spans, many more injuries, and far less working time than others. For whatever it's worth, take that for maybe. There is definitely plenty of science behind that, but I'll just call it my opinion for now. Ron says, how are the bugs? I talked to them recently. They all said they were pretty good. There was a party going on. There's some mosquitoes were having a party, and then the flies came in, and mosquitoes like, nah, it's a mosquito only party. The flies like, come on, man, let's chill out together. Don't be like that. So the mosquitoes are like, yeah, it's cool. So the flies and mosquitoes were having a little party for a little bit there, and then the midges came in, and all hell broke loose, and that was that. Party was over. Yeah, I had to come in with a fly swatter and everything. So, you know, but they said they're doing great.
It's not real. It's made up a story.
It's totally real. It's all right.
It's not.
There are some bugs here. It's not too bad. I gotta admit, the evening time, sort of like that twilight time, tends to bring out a little bit more. But other than that, it's very mild. There's been a year or two where the flies or mosquitoes have been just atrocious. This is not that year, so it's nice. Uh, now she's getting him for waking her up. That's true. Get him, Gracie. Chase him around. Give him some exercise. Yep. So now Luke and Rue have got to get a little bit busy. That accident's still up the way. I can hear everybody out on the road. I can hear the fire trucks still rumbling away with their engines running. That's hard. Something must have happened. It's close enough to walk up there, kind of thing. Marianne says, have you tried using fly predators for fly control in the summertime? I have not. The only predators that we've ever brought in are the goldfish in the pond to get rid of the mosquitoes, which was highly effective, which means we really have to get on with getting goldfish because the mosquitoes are just kind of starting up. So, great suggestion. I did have a couple of people send me a couple of links on purchasing fly predators. I've always been a little bit kind of nervous of bringing in an uncontrolled sort of animal to an area that doesn't naturally exist in. So I'm not entirely sure of that. Makes me a little worried. Yeah. Oh, Lena's up. Lena's up. Good question, though, Marianne. Good question. All right, I'm gonna have to give you guys a few more minutes here, but we've got to get on with a few things, which means I'll need to shut this thing down. It's been an hour and a half. That's not too bad, and there really isn't too much going on. You know, we expect these guys are afternoon siesta mode, which is great. Yeah, it's good resting time. Marianne says, I'd like to try to get them over here, but I'm not sure you can get them. I don't know either. You're in Norway, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a good question. I hear at times they're effective. I don't know anybody personally that has used and found them useful, I suppose. Hear about it online more than anything. Yeah, it seems to be about. I was just looking through comments. I don't see anything that's yeah. Coming up, you guys have been great. But we do have some things to get on with around here, and I do enjoy these live streams for sure. Oh, Nanner's out. Nanner's out. Piggy can't put her head down because the barrel's in the way. Poor Piggy. Yep, that's about it. Well, we'll see what. Well, thanks, Marianne. Yes, thumbs up are awesome. Makes YouTube like us. But if we'll see what the weather's like tomorrow. I'll see about doing another stream tomorrow. Carrie says a little wire over the pond will protect the fish. Yeah, I thought I'd have to do a net, like a whole net. I could probably try some wire, maybe. Yeah. I'll have some thoughts on that for sure. I mean, those herons don't come around often. That was a very unusual situation. And I haven't seen the herons around since, so maybe they'd just be gone. But yeah, absolutely. If the weather's good, I'll see about tomorrow. Obviously, doing live streams in the rain isn't overly good, mainly because the horses don't, hang out. They all just crowd underneath the tree if I stick them out. Usually they don't want to be out. And so, yeah, if hey, Olives is here. What's that, Carla? Thank you again very much. Gosh, thank you, Carla. I'm very appreciative. I'm going to be doing something about that. I saw that Brandy did so. I don't know if any of you guys watch Versatile Horsemanship, but she did something recently on YouTube Super Chat and then ads and all that other stuff. And there's a few of us here in the horse world that kind of try to get involved with everybody and help out and do these live streams to kind of help fill time, because a lot of people are still stuck at home and stuff like that, and we're stuck hanging around with horses. We love sharing it. So same kind of idea, and she did a great talk on that. But thank you, Carla. And Olives is here. I didn't know you were here. Thank you. I hope you have a really, really good night as well. Check out Luke and Rue. Yes, they're very busy. Look at Lena. She's chasing them around a bit too. One cow at a time. But yeah, the heron hasn't really been around. We'll see what happens here. Get him, Lena. Bite him in a butt. What's happening here? Oh, now he's got to move. Luke says, what is it, Lena? What can I help you with? Piggy's getting up, maybe? Yep, she's up. But anyways, yes, I would definitely try to get on tomorrow, and same deal. Just watching horses. Maybe with any luck, I'll be able to do a little bit of training as well. Got all kinds of plans, all kinds of really cool things. So, but I appreciate everybody popping in. And over there's Gracie. She's drinking water. And questions are great. Questions make for such good material to chit chat about, stories to tell. So you guys have been fantastic. This has been a very, very good live stream. But we've got to get on with things here. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. So wherever you are on the planet, I hope you have a good day or night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this later. And I appreciate you guys being here. It's just been great having you here. Missy says her phone's going to die. Good night, Kitty. Thank your husband. The shout out. You guys are welcome. Carla and Penny and Ron. You guys have been great. Nanko, I didn't know you were here. Rebecca, bye. I'll see you guys next time.